morning, guys. I'm so sorry about the yeah. I'm so sorry that we got interrupted earlier. Yeah, the internet went. Actually, the internet went, and I have no control over it whatsoever. Yeah, I have no control over it whatsoever. So as you come on board, I'm just about to wrap up. Yeah. So we have 8 persons here. Yeah, I'm just waiting a while to see if anybody else would have hopped back on board. Yeah, I'm not able to see the person that are viewing. So just drop a comment in the comment section and let me see who is still here with us. All right, just drop a comment and let me see who is still here with us. Right, so we were basically talking about the point where I'd gotten was there are over a dozen types of childhood cancer and hundred of different subtypes. And remember earlier I mentioned about I did not name the dozen that they mention here in the book. But what I had done was that I researched and I tried to find the most common cancers that are in children. Alright, so if you guys are hearing me, let me know. I'm not seeing your comment whatsoever. So if you're hearing me, let me know. So I could just wrap up with this. Hey Millicent Pusey. Welcome, welcome. So happy to have you, cuz. Thanks for joining us. So as I said earlier, if you guys are hearing me, just drop a comment in the comment section. Let me know that you are hearing me, all right? Because I'm barely seeing, I have 10 persons here on the live, and I'm barely seeing the persons that I have here in my audience. Right, so you could just drop a comment and then I'll know the persons who are here. And I'm seeing Christine Archer, welcome. Welcome Denise Easy, Millicent Pusey, welcome on board. I just Mika, welcome just the same. And okay, Kami. Yes, thanks much. I was basically doing a go live earlier and the internet went. So I'm just basically wrapping up now. Because I passed out some information and stuff. So if you didn't get that information with regards to Childhood Cancer Awareness Month, you can go on our page and you'll basically see all the information, or watch the Go Live previous and you'll basically see what we have to say about Childhood Cancer Awareness Month. Because I know for sure that there are a lot of mothers in here, you understand, and these information, honestly, they are very informative. All right, so the more we learn, it's the better for us. You understand? So I was telling earlier about that there are over a dozen types of childhood cancer. And in previous times, I had mentioned the most common cancers. I didn't do everything in total. I just singled out the ones that are most common. Hi, Jean Randall. Hi, Kami. Okay, thanks. I'm happy that you guys are hearing us. I am happy. As you come on, you still can, even though we are wrapping up, you still can share the live and then, let's pass on the rest of the information. And the subtopic that I was dealing with just now is 10 things you should know about childhood cancer. And I was basically at number 8, so I'm at number 9 now. So number 9 says 1 in every 5 children diagnosed with cancer in the US will not survive. And that is so hard. That is so hard. It is. And only persons who have basically gone through that situation, or basically are going through that situation, listen, we can relate to what you are going through because we have been there. And we know that the struggle is real. You understand? So here it says, because of the treatments. Hi, Jermaine Bailey, welcome on board. Welcome on board, Jermaine, I'm seeing you. So it says here, because of the treatments they had as kids, more than 99% of childhood cancer survivors have a chronic health problem, and 96% have severe or life-threatening conditions. So what they're basically saying is that kids, that are basically diagnosed with cancer, and when the treatment, that because of the treatment that they have had, and they become survivors, they're saying no, in long term, they will have life-threatening conditions. Yeah, they will have life-threatening conditions. So as I said earlier, it takes God himself to intervene in these kids' lives. You understand? Because listen, we don't know the pain that they go through. Sometimes they want their own space. They don't want to talk to nobody. Sometimes they want to lock themselves away and just having their me time. And that is understandable because they have so much going. They might not be saying nothing much to you or to us as parents, but they have a lot going on in their little mind. And that is what we know of a fact. And as I said earlier, the things that we take for granted, listen, you mothers who are out there, please, if you are one of the good mothers, if you understand what I'm saying, continue being good. Continue teaching your kids the right thing. Continue leading them in the right path. And if you are one of the mothers that is neglectful, and you're one of the mothers who just don't care or just don't business, no. You need to wise up. Because as I said earlier, we would do anything to have Geraldine with us today, this minute. And when I see how some parents handle their kids, disowning them and just, all sort of things, honestly, a lot of things run through my mind. A lot of things run through my mind. It says here, by the time they are 50 years old, survivors of childhood cancer experience about 5 severe or life-threatening chronic health conditions on average. So can you imagine that? So a child who survives cancer, say 4 or 5 times in their life, being as a child, by the time they reach 50-year-old, the survivors of childhood cancer experience about 5 severe or life-threatening chronic health issues. So that means even though they survive whatever particular cancer that there is or there was, once they reach the age of 50, by the time they reach the age of 50, they have other chronic illnesses adding to what they had gone through. Look at that. Can you just imagine? So just when you think to say, well, yes, you beat cancer 3, 4, 5 times, when you go up in age, it still affects you. You understand? Children should not only survive, but they should thrive. Yes, they should not only survive, but they should thrive. And that is true. Think about the logics, people. A real talk. Now here I have, what are the causes of childhood cancer? Doctors and researchers do not know what causes most childhood cancers. A small percentage of cancers can be linked, you hear, to a genetic disorder, such as Down syndrome, and other inherited genetic abnormalities or prior radiation exposure. And as we go from time to time, I'm going to basically highlight you guys in terms of the radiation, you know, like the side effects and basically everything, because radiation it's a very wide topic. And I have to go and do my research, so therefore I'm able to pass on the correct information to you all. You understand? So what causes cancer? Smoking and tobacco. Yeah, they said that cause cancer. They said here, sun and other types of radiation may cause cancer just the same. Viruses and other infections can cause cancer. And honestly, I'm not sure well, oftentimes I heard persons saying that the diet has to do a lot with it. I think it's the type of food that we eat. I'm thinking that in adult, but for kids, what about the kids? What about a baby, a newborn baby? Or say, for example, a child that is 2 or 3 years old. What much can they eat that will give them cancer? Honestly, it is puzzling. It is puzzling. And yes, Kami, it is very hard to digest. 1 in 5. It is very hard to digest. And in closing off now, it says childhood cancers can occur suddenly without early symptoms and have a high rate of cure. The most common children cancer, as I mentioned earlier, is leukemia. And the other cancers that affect children include brain tumor, lymphoma, and soft tissue sarcoma. That is it. You understand? So listen, these kids, they have a lot going on. And some might need counseling because listen, it's the entire body has been changed. So if you know of a child that has cancer, or if your child is diagnosed with cancer, listen, yes, if that child needs counseling, he or she has to get counseling. Because we do not know what they're going through. We see them on a day-to-day basis smiling, but what happened when that door is closed and they're behind those 4 walls? Let's think about it. And before you go to your bed tonight, if you can even say a word of prayer, ask God for healing upon these children. And not only the children, but other sick persons that are. Yes, guys. Yes, so as I was saying earlier, these kids, they need as much prayers as possible. They have a lot to face. They have a lot to encounter. So as we go to our beds tonight, let's pray a special prayer for these kids, all right? So I'm going to sign off now. And I hope that you guys had learned something from what I mentioned earlier. And from time to time, I'm going to get a few parents on board, like joining us on the Go Live and basically sharing their story with us. Or sharing their story with you. Because some of them I know from before, you know, and they're basically good parents. Yes, they are. And we just want to highlight their stories so other parents can learn not only from me, but from them as well. All right, so you guys have a good night and walk good. Bye-bye.